You know, the stories and the songs coming from the people who created them, it's a special thing. You can see where the song actually was born. I always start with some sort of either a musical hook or a lyrical hook that just really grabs me in some way, and that has something different about it, and just, you know, trying to figure out what kind of song I'm supposed to write that day, and try to write the best that kind of song. Song ideas come from everywhere. I always say, you know, songwriters are filters. Life goes in and a song comes out. And if at any time songs stop coming out, you just need more of the right kind of life to go in, and then the song will start coming again. There's rules in songwriting that, you know, but you kind of got to know the rules to break the rules. I think every song that I love broke the rules. So I always try to find some way to break the rule in the right way. My mother made a record in Nashville when I was 7 years old, and we lived on top of a bar on Broadway called the Turf. And Mom sang at the Turf at night, and that was my first taste of Nashville. So I knew from an early age that the people who were singing the songs wasn't necessarily the people who created them. And so I always wanted to be the songwriter. I never wanted to be the guy on stage, you know. I was watching a movie one night, and I saw at the end of the movie how long the movie was, and it was 2 hours long. And it hit me that, oh my gosh, my dream that I've had my entire life of, you know, going to Nashville again, it's always been in the back of my mind. My mother's dream, before it was mine, is 2 movies away. I was 4-hour drive. I was like, it's 2 movies. What am I doing? Why am I not doing that? I was in town for a while, and I used to buy 29-cent hamburgers from McDonald's. I used to freeze them, and I would buy 50 at a time. And I would go and order 50 hamburgers, a large fry, and a Diet Coke. And I could eat all week on like $15. I took out my 401k from my old job back home, and that money was depleted. And I was just flat broke. I got a phone call from the people who I had my car loaned from. They called me to tell me they were gonna repossess my car if I didn't come up with, it was $860, and that might as well have been $8 million. I didn't have any money, and that same week, I had been playing songs for, it's called King Lizard Music. It was Kingsley Brock and Liz Rose. Liz Rose ended up, years later, writing all the first Taylor Swift songs. She was my publisher. Kingsley Brock, he called me that week and said, hey, we've been listening to your songs. We want you to come here and talk to us about signing as a songwriter, a staff writer. They said, well, we'll give you $400 for all the songs that you've written so far. We'll give you $250 a week, and we'll say you started at the first of the month. It was the middle of the month. They said, we can write you a check for $900. So I took that check, and I went to Ford Motor Credit, and I Western Unioned them $860 to keep my car. And the next day was a Wednesday, and I bought 100 hamburgers, a large fry, and a Diet Coke. And I had that car for years after that. And there's been a couple of things like that has happened to me, and man, I thank God, and I know there's people who things didn't work out at the last minute like it did with me, you know, and I just, you know, I thank God it did. Like I said, ever since I was young, it's kind of all I ever wanted to do is write songs, and so lucky to be doing it.
Mr. Chris Wallin.